Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the FPL Frauds podcast. My name is FPL Train and I will be one of your hosts for today. Though, may the other host introduce themselves.
I'm FPL I'm the worst second best player. Or I could say I'm the first place worst player on this podcast because this guy keeps hammering me year on year. Third chance of charm. This is our third season in our private league. So we're gonna see if I can finally win it this time.
Well,
let's go, Ed.
Yeah, wait, what rank did you get last season? Was it like 700k or something?
700k, yeah. It was like give or take 700k.
Wow,
which is abysmal.
I was like 166k.
And I'm the one giving you these guys advice. It's incredible.
They don't call us the FPL Frauds for no reason. Anyways, we've got a lot to get on with today, so we are going to start with...
Oh no, I just checked. I was 600k. I was joking. I paid 600k. See? That's better.
600k, yeah. Well, anyways, wait. The point is we're both frauds. Anyways, what is new to FPL well, not today, this year, essentially, this season. So, the main talking point is the defensive contribution points. So, these involve an extra 2 points for, well, 10 defensive actions as a defender or 12 defensive actions as a midfielder.
Honestly, they finally made CDMs usable. Rodri, the moment he comes back, he might be it. But for now, Tarkowski's the guy. Tarkowski is finally being appreciated. As an honest Everton fan, I am pleased.
Yeah, for reference, FPL we support Spurs. But yeah, I remember in my first ever draft, I put Declan Rice in my team. That was
Declan Rice just to score about 15 free kicks against Real Madrid.
Yeah, but yeah, extra 2 points for defensive actions. Pretty good change, I would say. So
yeah, I would say solid out of 10 change.
Yeah. Would you like to go over the next thing that's new to FPL?
Yes, finally, we have 2 tips. Long ago, back in the prehistoric days of FPL, aka last season, we had 2 wildcards, so one for the first half, one for the last half, but only 1 free hit for captain bench boost. And your boy FPL he messed up every single one of the trips. So this time I get eight total trips. So at least one of them should work out, right? And no assistant manager as well. That's a good change. Even though Mr. Moyes, Mr. Marco Silva, they did me well. But I wasn't even Marco Silva. I'm sorry. It was Unai Emery. It was Don Unai. I can't even remember. But yeah. And I had Arteta in the third week for my assistant manager. He didn't do it well.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll take that. I would say 8 out of 10 change again.
Yeah. I had Moyes for the first 2 games, and then I had Emery for the last one. But yeah, honestly, 2 sets of chips, that means that, you know, one half of the season you have chips and the other half of the season you have chips. You don't blow your chips immediately and then you get demotivated from playing FPL right away. So yeah, good change. Good change. Next, we shall move on to the new simplified rules for assists. So we first have the assist rules for intended destinations, which are removed.
Well, that is a pretty insane rule change. I'm being sarcastic. I don't really know much about this change, yes. But I'm just glad to see finally we have no assist anymore. As in on the when FPL tweets, it says goal Haaland, assist absolutely nobody. It breaks my heart every time. My poor Marmouche. He needs my points. So
yeah,
I'll take it anything.
Yeah, it's been simplified essentially. So I think what's changed is like whether it's intended or not doesn't really matter anymore. Yeah, but you just go for it essentially. Um, as long
There's,
as a
there's another
defender.
change now. So they changed the budget from 100 mil for 15 players to 85.5 mil for 14 players. So
Yeah. We'll
now
get onto that a
so it's a
bit
new.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move on to that. Why that is a bit later, but that's the new budget as well.
Yeah. Anyways, extra transfers for AFCON. Um,
0 out of 10. You're just doing it for the lazy people who can't be bothered to plan. I mean, what kind of change is that?
yeah. Well.
5 transfers for people who can't be bothered to plan. Just remove Salah. Just get. That's when you get Holland, and I assume.
Oh yeah. I
Every-
mean, yeah.
Everyone's gonna go Salah to Holland game week 16. Every single person. You can call it. I'm calling it now.
It's essentially like a reset in a way. It's like a new wild card or a new
It's essentially like a. It is like kind of like a wild card, but
mini
like
wild card, mini
kind of a
free
half
hit,
wild
whatever
card,
you call it. Yeah,
half
exactly.
wild card, I'd say. But yeah,
Yeah. And well, the last thing is the refined bonus point scoring, which means more bonus points for saves, goal line clearances, penalty goals, and successful tackles.
so just trying to make sure Salah doesn't get anything.
Well, so I guess in a way, this season FPL is like more lenient on defenders or defensive midfielders, so it's more fair on them, I guess.
Yeah, they're trying to make it more defensive, which I like as well.
Yeah, exactly. So
Overall, 7 out of 10 changes,
yeah.
including the woke AI nonsense, which is rubbish.
We do not talk
No,
about that. We do not talk about that.
we don't talk about that, but
Yeah,
they should just remove that next season. Honestly.
yeah. So now we've gone over what's new to FPL. We are now going to give you advice for the best players for each position to try and consider putting in your team. We are obviously going to start with the goalkeepers. And we've organised them into premium, mid-price, and budget. We've listed the price on the sides as well. And yeah, take your pick essentially. So starting with the premium goalkeepers, the most expensive ones are 5.5 million, and it's really two options. You have Pickford and Raya.
It's just because he carries Everton, bro. Honestly,
To be
bro just carries Everton on his back, and that's why he's on there.
to be fair though, Everton have got Leeds in game week 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Everton aren't a good team, but it's just crazy that a team that finished 13th last season has a goalkeeper that's that expensive. It's just crazy, you know.
Yeah, I think at one point Pickford was what like one of the highest scoring goalkeepers or something. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And well, Raya, he pretty much.
No, I think he was the highest goal scorer. He was like he
Oh, he
was.
was.
It
Yeah.
was Pickford then Sells.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Anyways, we also got Raya from Arsenal. Well, pretty. I wouldn't say obvious. It's like a pick that you could say makes sense because seeing as Arsenal, we know what Arsenal's defense is like. It's like pretty
Arsenal's a
solid.
defensive team. Yeah, I mean, that's a very safe pick. For
Our,
me, the pick is Kelleher
yeah. We'll get.
in mid price, but
Yeah.
obviously we have to talk about Sanchez Sells. But
Yeah, I remember we all had like double Arsenal defenders in our team. I think I had Raya and Jurian Timber for a bit. Jurian Timber.
Jurgen Timber,
Oh man.
I guess nightmare.
Yeah. Anyways, the 5 mil price point, which I'm not very what do you say? I'm not very optimistic about. You have Robert Sanchez
I,
from Chelsea and Matt Sells from Nottingham Forest.
I think Sells is a little bit over. Actually, I think it's fair. I think I don't know if we could trust Nottingham Forest. Well, I don't know about you.
I mean, to be fair,
They might fall off.
Yeah.
they might fall off a bit.
They might. But to be fair, though, um, Matt Sells plays for a Nottingham Forest side who are more focused on like defending and then counter attacking and all that. So he might pick up a few saves, a few save points. You never know.
Yeah, but consider this: they're in the conference. Sorry, they're in the Europa League because they decided to snitch on Palace this season. Um, yeah, so they're in the Europa League, so they could. I don't know. I think I wouldn't pick him up for 5, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But Sanchez, on the other hand, Sanchez is a Club World Cup winner, and Mr. FPL Train is a certain man who celebrates that because he's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, but I
What do
mean,
you think about Sanchez? Because he's your boy, right?
well, I mean, not really my boy, but Sanchez looks like to be the number one for Chelsea this season. Doesn't look like Chelsea are going to pick up any other goalkeepers, and also their defense, especially towards the latter half of the season, has been pretty solid. So I guess Sanchez could be a pretty decent pick if you want a premium-ish goalkeeper, but not quite at the 5.5 mil price range that like Ryan Pickford are. And of course, that also depends on what sort of Chelsea players you put in your team. So we'll get onto my teams in a minute, but I already have 2 Chelsea players in my team already. I don't think Sanchez would be a suitable addition for a third Chelsea spot.
Fair enough. Now we get onto the mid price, and this is where it's at for me.
Yeah,
I think
same here.
both of us agree. Both of us agree on this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forgot. I haven't seen your team. We'll see it later. But I think we both agreed that this is the best point.
Yeah. I feel like for goalkeepers, it isn't really like, oh, if you're more expensive and play for a better team, you're going to get more points. It's really, I just feel a bit of a lottery in a way. Um, because like you sometimes have 4.5 million goalkeepers scoring as well as the 5.5 million goalkeepers. And last year, one of those goalkeepers was the outgoing Brentford goalkeeper, Mark Flecken, who, who was the 4th highest scoring keeper last season. And now Kieran Kelleher has taken his spot at Brentford.
Funnily enough, Keller's probably better than Flecken as well, for sure.
Yeah, anyway, and people might be worried that Brentford's outgoings are going to cost them. I mean, they've lost Mbermo, they've lost
They've lost in
Longard.
Ghana,
Thomas Frank has gone to Spurs, but I think
yeah.
that might play into Kelleher's favour in a way, because in a way you might expect him to pick up a few more save points. You never know.
I just the thing is, they hired someone which League Two MK Dons said no to, which is pretty extraordinary. It's the equivalent of going on to FC 25 or whatever and just putting yourself as manager. I mean, it's not that extreme, but like it is very risky for Brentford, right?
Hmm.
But I think he can do well this season
I think
for
he will
sure.
do well. He's proved that he can show up in games when he plays for Liverpool, and I believe he'll do well this season.
Thing with Kelleher is you can rotate him with Dorde Petrovic.
Yeah,
You can have you can rotate him pretty well, I think.
that's if you have the funds, though. But a Kelleher Petrovic goalkeeper rotation could be an option for your FPL team this season. Brentford and Bournemouth rotate quite well because, well, I think I think Brentford have quite an easy fixture in game week 1, whereas Bournemouth have City, and then next week is the other way around. You can start Petrovic instead of Kelleher.
Right.
Yeah.
But
But
and Verbruggen obviously is good as well.
yeah.
I mean he's just the classic option.
Hmm.
He's like the most vanilla option possible.
Yeah.
Verbruggen.
Plays for Brighton. Like nothing.
He
Really
just
else.
scores. He just scores when he wants.
Yeah.
That's Verbruggen for you.
Yeah. I also feel like Petrovic is in the same boat as Kelleher because Bournemouth is another team that has a lot of outgoings, especially in its defence. I mean, Kirkhead has gone to Liverpool, Howson's gone to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Zabani's looks like he's going to leave as well. So I feel like Petrovic may pick up a few save points. like Kelleher.
I mean, you've watched him at Chelsea, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I think
he was good. He was really good when he played for us.
so. Yeah, I think he can do a good job as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
for Bournemouth. I mean,
Now,
yeah,
moving on
but
to the budget goalkeepers. That is if
okay.
you have literally no
Disclaimer:
funds.
don't pick two budget goalkeepers.
Yeah, please do not pick
Disclaimer.
up too budget. You want at least one starting goalkeeper, and then you can have one budget or another starting goalkeeper to rotate if you want. But if you do not have the funds and you want to pick a cheap option for your team, there are basically two options: Kinski from Spurs and Darlow from Leeds.
Honestly, Spurs aren't great defensively, and I don't see Kinski starting a whole lot as well. You know, I don't know how our defense can be under Thomas Frank. I really don't know.
This is coming from a Spurs fan, by the way.
But there is like a 5% possibility he ends up starting over Vicario.
Here's the
So
thing,
that's what
though.
we're looking.
Here's the thing, though. If Vicario gets injured, then Kinski is going to be a very, very good option. Very,
Yeah,
very
he
good option.
that is a good option if he gets injured, obviously.
Yeah.
Because
And
Kinski
yeah,
started 3 seasons for us, so that's
exactly.
why we're looking onto him. And Darlow played 7 matches for Leeds last season, so
But though
there is
he,
a slight possibility he starts as well.
yeah, he did take over Ilamelia. Is it Ilamelia?
Yeah, it's still
Ilamelia's
Elian
role.
Menia. It's still
Yeah.
Elian Menia.
He took over Ilamelia as the goalkeeper for a bit, so he might start.
Yeah,
But
potentially he might start as well.
yeah, either one of the two. Those are your two budget options. And yeah, that is it for the goalkeepers to consider for your team. Moving on to the defenders. We'll start with the premiums.
A lot of defenders, yeah. We have Gabriel Saliba, who
Pre-
are the office.
Pretty solid, Arsenal defenders and all that. Yeah.
Wait, you know what I just realized?
What?
We didn't put Yuri and Timber.
No, Timber's a rotation risk.
Ah, I missed the days.
Ben, Ben White, Miles Lewis Skelly. Yeah, basically. So honestly,
Yeah, we've plenty of options here in the 6-0 ones.
yeah.
Well,
Moving on
I would
to
say you should have at least one of them.
yeah,
One of those
at
6
least
mils.
one, at least one. Moving on to the Liverpool defenders, you have Virgil van Dijk, Milos Kerkez, and Jeremy Frimpong. Right. Out of the three, I feel like Virgil van Dijk would be the safest option. Would be the most secure.
I feel
6
like it's
mil.
the safest option, but the most exciting option is going to be Frimpong. Let's be honest.
I disagree. I think it's Kerkez. Frimpong, I'm not so sure whether he'll like. I'm quite concerned for his minutes because Frimpong and Bradley are competing for the same spot. If Frimpong starts, Bradley might get a run. If Bradley starts, Frimpong might get a run. Whereas
Yeah,
Kerkez, you could argue, is in a similar boat with him and Robertson, but I feel like Kerkez is more is more nailed on.
more solidly than Robertson in line.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to go for a City defender, you have Josko Gvardiol for 6 million, and he's basically
Oh, he's an FPL cult legend.
and he's basically really the only Manchester City defender you should get if you're thinking of getting
But
them.
disclaimer, he might not play left back this season.
Yeah.
No way.
You have Ait
So
Nouri and yeah,
it's a different role he's going to play. So we'll see how that goes. You know.
exactly. And the last one, which I think is pretty exciting,
You know what? We
pick.
forgot to put Ait Nouri there. I don't know if you want to put Ait Nouri there.
I honestly don't not sure about Ait Nouri. We could yeah, Ait Nouri
I think
could be an
Pep
option.
Roulette is going to be insane. Yeah,
Exactly. We have no idea what Pep's gonna put out every
But
single week.
Pep Roulette for also Gavardio. I mean, Gavardio could be in trouble here.
Yeah, it
Well,
could. It very very well could. We don't know what Pep Guardiola is
but I
going to
think
do.
he's in less trouble than I know. I know he can obviously only play left back. He can,
Exactly.
Gavardio can play both.
Exactly. So we'll just have to see what Man City are doing over in the pre-season.
Someone who hasn't got rotation risk but still has the ball manager, Cucurella.
Yeah, Mark
So
Cucurella.
that's
I
your boy.
think I think it's an exciting pick. Like, and the reason isn't because he plays for Chelsea as a left back, and he plays for a Chelsea side who's probably going to finish very highly this season. But but I am excited for Cucurella, not because I'm just a Chelsea fan. It's because of where he's playing. He's a very versatile player in a way. Sometimes he can play left back on left back or the left-sided centre back. Sometimes he can press up forward into midfield or even in number 10 positions. He might filter around the back post. He might score a few goals.
And his start is pretty good. His start is pretty good as well, as in his start to the season.
Exactly.
Palace at home, West Ham away, Fulham at home. It's not bad.
Yeah, Chelsea have a pretty favourable run of fixtures right at the beginning. That's something that can't really be said for the first 3 bullet points with Arsenal, Liverpool, and City.
Yeah, I mean Chelsea definitely have quite a good run at the start.
Yeah,
it's only Liverpool in game week 7 you can worry about, but that's game week 7, right? So,
exactly.
There we go.
Yeah, moving on to the mid-priced players for 5.5 million. Oh, for God's sake! Oh my God!
The Everton fan in me says pick Tarkowski. He is the man to pick. Trust me.
Yeah, well,
because I'll tell you why. He got think of the players who got the most defensive contributions. He was top of the list by a bit. He was top of the list. So therefore, he's going to be even more valuable this season. And he was already pretty good last season with Everton's defensiveness. I know 5.5 for like an Everton centre back might be a bit like, what the hell? What are you doing there? But you got to trust me on this.
Who remembers last
FPL
season? Yeah, who remembers last season when Branthwaite, who we thought was going to be the star defender for Everton, was 5 mil. Now look at Tarkowski.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tarkowski's got that guy though. So
yeah.
He's got the dog in him.
Moving on to Pedro Porro, who is also 5.5 million, plays for Spurs, and while the defense
he's a little bit overpriced.
Yeah, well, the defense for according to FPL, we may not necessarily be
we are
the
not
best.
that good defensively.
They do play Burnley in game week 1, a newly promoted side.
Yeah, but then City as well. Right? So.
And if Thomas Frank's tactics allow for Pedro Porro to move forward, then he could be really good for assists or goals even as a defender.
Yeah, it would be the assist or goals. I think he can get a lot of assists and goals in the system.
Yeah,
I think he'll be good for that.
Yeah. Moving on, we have Levi Colwill for 5 million, another Chelsea player.
That is a really good price. I think he was really good last season with the.
He looks to be the leader of Chelsea's defence this season, especially with his
That is like a title. It's a title contender centre back, for the price of like a European contender centre back. That's Colwill.
Colwill's been really good, and I think he's pretty much nailed on. Plays for a Chelsea side whose defense has been like I said, it's been improving. And yeah, I think Colwill will do pretty well as an option for you. If Cucurella is too expensive for you, then you can go for Colwill. And if you're wondering where Reece James is, he's an avoid. Reece James is a rotation risk.
Right. So, I guess Nico Williams now. I guess
Yeah.
So, with those two, I would probably pick Einar. I won't lie.
They're both Nottingham Forest fullbacks.
Yeah.
They're part of a Forest side who have defended really well last season.
I wouldn't pick either of them. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like they're still quite a bit overpriced. I remember last season, so many people were picking Ole Einar. You had Alex Moreno, who at the time was at loan at Nottingham Forest.
I remember Alex Moreno, yeah.
But my point is, most of Nottingham Forest's goals come from their attackers rather than their fullbacks.
Yeah, you're just taking defensive value down.
If you consider Einar and Nico Williams' stats last season, compared to other defenders, they weren't that good. So I feel like, yeah, those two were and still are pretty overrated.
Right.
Right, moving on
Yeah. I
to
mean, honestly,
yeah,
they're overpriced. So yeah.
yeah. Moving on to the biggest group of the lot, the 4.5 million group, and boy, do we have a lot of possible options to have here. First of all, we have again Spurs assets Udogi and Van de Ven.
A dog is good. Van de Ven, not so sure. I'm going to be honest. A dog is for 4.5. I'd say that's worth it, probably.
I have heard though, some people are concerned with rotation risk with Jed Spence.
Wait, we forgot Chris Richards.
Oh, we'll get onto that when we talk about Guehi. We'll get onto that when we talk about Guehi.
Okay.
But yeah, so for 4.5 million, Spurs assets could be good, especially they're likely going to bounce back after what has been, well, a dreadful league season.
A dreadful but also insane season. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I describe it. I mean, I don't think it makes up for it
Yeah,
to the league. So, but I mean, that's the first time I've ever experienced that as a Spurs fan.
yeah,
I'll say that any day. You know,
yeah.
I'll
Of
say that
course.
any day.
Another player
Um,
who's really popular is Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
this is like the cream of the crop for defenders. I'll say, Wan-Bissaka. Yeah.
Exactly, playing as a wing back under Graham Potter's system for West Ham. Um, my only potential issue is it's West Ham. They finished, where did they finish last season? 16th.
16 was Wolves.
Oh
So
no, oh no,
14th probably.
oh 14th. Yeah, no, they finished 14th, but it almost finished quite far down. And that's just my only concern. But if you want a wing back who can provide goals and assists, then Wan-Bissaka is your man.
Yeah.
We also got to consider, as we go along the list, the rotation between the two 4.5 million defenders, especially the fixtures. So you can rotate, I don't know, whatever defenders you choose. You've got to make sure the fixtures line up.
Yeah.
So like, don't have
100%.
I'd avoid having like Udogi or Van de Ven and Wan-Bissaka because they both have good first games, but then bad second games. So
Yeah.
moving on.
But yeah. Sorry, go on.
So fine. Moving on to Ezri Konsa from Aston Villa, centre back. Although I'm not too encouraged by this pick, they faced Newcastle in the first game. His defensive contributions have not been as good as other players, and I mean I remember I've had him last season. He hasn't really kept many. Aston Villa haven't kept many clean sheets. But if you just want someone who will constantly start every single game, then he is your man.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Bonson, yeah, I actually have no words. I don't know what I was about to say about Conte,
It's
but
fine.
he was actually really good for me last season.
Yeah. Next we have the Kuiper, who is likely to be Brighton's new left back. Estupinian has left for AC Milan, so
17 million pounds is an insane fall off. I think
yeah,
he should be worth a lot more. He used to be worth a lot more than that.
yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, the Kuiper will likely be Brighton's left back and possibly a good option going into the season. Quite a rather risky-ish one, but I think it's worth it.
Club Brugge in the season before the last one, he got 13 goals and assists, which is pretty damn good for a 4.5
Yeah,
defender. Well, obviously that's the Belgian league. That's the Belgian league, but I would still say it's pretty damn good for a defender.
yeah,
So if he can recreate anywhere near those numbers
yeah.
for Brighton, he's in a good Brighton team as well.
Of
So we'll
course.
see how it goes. Right?
Now we will move on to Mark Guehi, but we'll also talk about other Palace defenders in a bit. Mark Guehi is in a similar situation to Konza. He is 4.5 million, nailed on defender at Crystal Palace. Potentially this is unlikely, but there's a chance that he'll move to a different club. Um, so
Liverpool.
yeah, could be very very much likely. And if he does, Guaye's going to be one to watch for game week 1.
Yeah, if he moves to Liverpool, but would he start? I mean, who would they drop for Gay?
I would honestly take the risk. 4.5 million Liverpool defender. Like it cannot get any
It's
better
not
than that.
bad, but he might just be like another like Joel Matip. Or I don't think he plays for Liverpool anymore. But
Yeah, it doesn't.
you didn't get the idea, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Or he might not start essentially.
yeah. But we also got to talk about other Palace defenders as well, because compared to other Palace defenders, Guehi's defensive contributions has not been great. Where if you compare it to the likes of Chris Richards or Maxence Lacroix.
Chris Richards is in my team, yeah, because he he actually has a lot of defensive contribution. He might be a little bit of a rotation risk, but 0.3% ownership means that if he does produce something, you are getting value,
Exactly,
complete value
yeah.
from him. So
Differentials and all that.
yeah, he is one to watch for sure.
Yeah. And I didn't include we didn't include Munoz in here because he's 5.5 million. He is attacking, but I mean
5.5 for Munoz
bit
is pretty crazy.
expensive. Yeah. And I've heard that the defensive contributions from Palace centre backs, I think from at least one of them would have matched Munoz's score from last season.
Yeah,
That
but
is
I think Ruth for Bournemouth is it's a quite an interesting one because obviously he's never played before, right? In the Premier League.
yeah.
But for Ren, she was a good player, I think.
Yeah, Adrian.
He's essentially the Carglass replacement for
Yes,
Bournemouth.
he is the
So,
replacement.
and we know how good Carglass was last season. He's now, so it's one to watch for sure.
One to watch. If you want to take the risk, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And moving on
And
to
now we have a
budget
bargain
defenders.
bid. We have
It's recommended that you only
this.
put one of these in your team. Just saying.
Yeah, I'll only put one.
So, for example, right now I have Goodmanson, who is likely to be
Yeah,
Leeds' new left back.
I mean he played 30 games for LOSC. I forgot which team that is. Lille, sorry. Um, he played 30 games for them. So obviously coming into newly promoted Premier League side, he's probably going to start.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
We also got
So
yeah, Esteve
Esteve.
from Burnley. Well, it was a championship, but Burnley did go on a clean sheet run. Pretty sure.
Yeah, they were like drawing a lot of games last season. So maybe that might be good for
Yeah.
that specifically. Yeah, and they got Sunderland at home early on, which is a good fixture.
Yeah, and speaking of Sunderland, we have Reynaldo, who is also a defender from Sunderland.
Yeah, these players will probably start, unlike the goalkeepers.
Yeah.
But still, they're probably not gonna return
Yeah.
because they're from newly promoted cast.
But we should always watch out for the starting lineups and whenever whenever they play preseason games and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Good. Moving on to the midfielders to consider for your team and the 4 premium.
Is there any surprises? Who's the number one pick?
Yeah.
Who's the
Mohamed Salah at 14.5 million. He's in quite basically a large proportion of our teams.
I think he's a lock as well. He has to be a lock.
Yeah, and that's what FPL we was saying when it's our budget is 85.5 million for 14 players.
Yeah, because this man is just a lock. Everyone should have him. If you don't have him, you probably have to have Haaland as well. Just to maybe take a bit of a gamble.
Yeah.
I mean, last season, I'll tell you what. Season people were saying, if you don't have Haaland, what are you doing? But people had Salah instead of Haaland, and they flourished. They were the ones who were doing really well early on.
Yeah, Salah set the
So
record.
if you want, you can take a gamble.
Yeah.
You can take a gamble, but you have
Salah,
to have.
yeah.
If you don't have
Salah,
Salah, you have to have both Palmer and Saka, I would say,
yeah, for
in your
sure.
team, just to
Yeah,
make up for it.
Palmer, Saka, and Wirtz.
Yeah,
Which are
I
the
love
other
all
three
three of them.
which are the other three premiums in our uh in our grid here. Um, Cole Palmer playing for a Chelsea side, reinvigorated by his progress during the Club World Cup and the latter half of the season. Bukayo Saka
Yeah,
playing for an
he's
yeah,
gonna be the man for Chelsea in the title charge. I would assume he's gonna be the guy who's like kind of going into it a lot.
yeah,
He didn't get that many points, I would say. I mean, obviously, when you compare it to players like Saka, obviously, 'cause he was injured, but Mbeumo outscored Palmer last season.
yeah,
So it is interesting. But I think he can come back to form. He's obviously scored twice in the Super Cup, not Super Cup final, Club World Cup final.
yeah,
So he's gonna be a good player for sure.
yeah. And now we have Saka, who's played for an Arsenal side who've made signing for Zubimendi and are probably going to get Gyökeres as well. So now they have a pretty good defense DM and pretty good striker. They might cook. Saka might get a few returns here and there.
I think I think Saka should be in everyone's team as well because I don't necessarily agree with why he's less than Palmer, considering he probably has a little bit more attacking threat. I think, and he
I
also
guess
take
it's just Palmer gets involved in a lot more play.
I guess because Palmer's just cold.
Yeah,
I guess
in a way.
fair enough. He's just cold.
And finally, we have what is like probably the best value premium or the best value of any player here. Florian Wirtz at only 8.5 million.
Well, best value if he doesn't flop. I don't know. Jury's out for him right now. I'll take from you.
Yeah, and everyone's saying that he will start, but I will say though, be warned. Um, just because Wirtz is 8.5 million doesn't and is cheap, doesn't mean he'll like always start and return all the time and be of great value for you. So yeah, just watch out for any surprises.
He did cost Liverpool 125 million euros, so
True.
it would be insane if he didn't start. I
Yeah.
would say that.
True. Moving on to the mid-priced midfielders. At the top of the list, we've got Eberechi Eze, likely to be the main man for Crystal Palace this season.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's just a. I really wanted to sign for Spurs, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I think he'll do really well for this season. Yeah.
Yeah. We also have Morgan Rogers for 7 mil. We remember he was 5 million last season and he scored
He
quite a
was, yeah,
bunch.
5 million.
And now he's up to 7 million,
But
playing
he
for
had a break. He had a break this season last season. He got 18 goals and assists.
yeah,
Really good, damn good. Yeah,
yeah,
I think he's young as well. He can easily go on to do more.
yeah, for sure.
So he's a bit of a youngster. He's a bit of a hot shot right now. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
And surprisingly, those two, Semenyo and Clover, are not that much more. They're not that much more than they were last season. Because I think 7 million is actually not that bad for both of them,
yeah. They
considering
are.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth are. I feel like they're going to maintain the form that they had last season. So I think they're going to get some good returns.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But then
Although,
this is a position change.
yeah.
Sorry.
So although I mean, although you might have other Bournemouth assets you might want to go for. We'll have a look at that later.
This is now a position change, which is Iliman Ndiaye, who was a striker last season. This is now a midfielder. 6.5 midfielder. This is a nice price for him because he got 9 goals last season. That's not bad. I think that's a good price for him.
He's on penalties as
So
well.
if you're feeling lucky, if you want to go for another Everton I don't know, goal machines. I don't think he was the guy last season, was he?
He was probably
Because it
Everton's
was
most
better,
exciting
wasn't it?
player. He's probably Everton's most exciting player last season.
Yeah. I mean, Beto is 5.5 as well. I just realized that Beto is 5.
Yeah, we'll talk about him in a bit. Um, now we have Mohamed Kudus, recently transferred to Spurs, playing under Thomas Frank.
Yeah. I mean, he was very promising against Reading. Reading's obviously like not that great opposition, obviously. It's not to say he's necessarily going to be good, right? But I think I think he can do bits for us, you know.
Yeah,
I think he can really be good because I think under West Ham he had a bit of a mediocre season, but under Thomas Frank, I think he'll start. There's no way we spent that much, £55 million on a player who's not going to start. So you can you can be pretty safe he's going to start.
yeah. We also have Ismail Assar, also from Crystal Palace. Again, solid option. Also another solid option. Pretty safe pick, I would say, as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now
He's
we
just
move.
he
Yeah,
used to be a lot cheaper. A lot
yeah,
of these guys, I'm very proud of them. They're like developing in price. It's
yeah.
like seeing your kids graduate. That's like how I feel right now. It's like
Yeah. Uh, we also have Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea for people who don't really want to get Harmer in.
like me, like me. I think Enzo's a good pick because
Enzo
for
can be
both attacking
advanced.
and defensive contributions, he does
Exactly.
both.
Yeah, he does both. He can, pop up a few goals here and there. An option.
Yeah, 30 goals and assists, not bad. And he had defensive contribution, and he had 6.5.
Yeah.
So I'll take that any day.
And now we get to a rather controversial pick, which in Ryan Cherky from Manchester City.
Pep Roulette.
Yeah, again, Pep Roulettes. We don't know exactly what Pep's preferred starting lineup will be. We're not sure whether he's going to be rotating here and there. But if you want to take the risk, then go for it.
Yeah. Now the budget picks, which is where it gets very interesting because I would only pick like one budget midfielder. Yes.
Yeah,
I would only pick like either.
I only have one budget midfielder on my team as well. Um,
Yeah.
so starting off with the 6 minutes, we have Hudson-Odoi and Damsgaard. Now that Elanga's left, Hudson-Odoi could step
Yeah,
up.
it's similar with both of them, right?
Yeah.
It's similar.
So in Hudson-Odoi's case, Elanga's left, and in Damsgaard's case, Mbermo is left.
Yeah. That's gonna spice things up
Yes.
because now they're gonna start especially being important, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Now we move on to the 5.5s. On one hand, you have the more attacking Simon Adingra.
We have team of the season Caicedo just casually thrown in there.
And we also have Elliot Anderson from Nottingham, also from Nottingham Forest as well. Caicedo and Anderson, really good for defensive contributions. I think they had some of the highest for midfielders that season.
Yeah. Elliot Anderson is I think he's a really good pick. Even though I don't trust Forest, he'll probably start and he'll probably get those defensive contributions. And he's so cheap. So
Yeah,
cheap. I mean,
5.5.
5.5 is really good for a player like that.
And then you have Simon Odingra, who's like the new Sunderland poster boy, perhaps? Sunderland signing.
Yeah, I mean we'll see how Sunderland are. Hopefully they're not another Southampton. But
Yeah,
yeah,
hopefully
if they're
not.
not, he might be a good option.
Yeah.
And then we
Now,
have another wonder kids, CVM, Baleba.
yeah, but Belabor and Wharton both starting, both playing CDM. Say goodbye to your attacking options at this point. But then, to be fair, at 4.5 million you got Aaron Ramsey, who could
Not that
play.
Aaron Ramsey. Yeah,
Yeah, Not the other Aaron Ramsey. It's just the younger Aaron Ramsey.
The youngster, yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
but
nice to see the CDMs get a chance now. It's really
yeah,
nice. I mean, it
yeah.
used to be Enzo. Enzo was still there, but Caicedo wasn't even considered back in the day. Back in my day, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So those are your
I
options for
guess
midfielders. Let's move on to forwards now.
the attackers. Let's go.
You have the premiums: Haaland, Isak, Watkins. Pretty straightforward. 14 mil, 10.5 mil, and 9 mil
Pick.
respectively.
I would probably pick one of them. If I honestly just don't pick Haaland unless you've not got Salah, or
I
unless you're FPL train, you pick neither,
I pick
which is
neither.
insane.
I don't have any of them. Yeah, I don't have any of them. Yeah, pretty much so. Haaland is probably like the most nailed on
Oh,
player in the team.
Ekitike. Sorry, how would you pronounce him?
Ekatike. You could,
Ekitike.
if you want to risk it, Ekatike is 8.5
If
mil.
if Isak does not sign for Liverpool, there's
If
an option there.
if Isak signs for Liverpool, I feel like Isak would be a better option than Wirtz.
Isak would be by far the best option on here if he signs for Liverpool
Exactly.
because he's definitely going to start for Liverpool.
Yeah. Now moving on to the mid-priced players, we have at the top 8 million a reclassified player.
This is crazy.
Last season was a midfielder, and this season he's now a forward. 8 million.
Hi, that was such a rubbish decision. He's a midfielder. Come on, he's a winger.
Yeah.
Right? He's like when I know it's been a lot against striker, but he's like at heart a winger. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't agree with that, to be honest.
Next we have Dominic Solanke from Spurs. Like pretty much nailed on to start.
Solanke, yeah, he will start.
Good fixtures.
I'm just losing a lot of faith with Solanke as a Spurs fan because he just doesn't really put the ball in the net that much, and he just doesn't. He holds up the ball very well, but you don't get FPL points for that. So I'm slightly skeptical now.
Yeah, for
What
sure.
I'm not skeptical on is Whistler. That's a good pick.
Yeah, Whistler's a good pick, playing for Brentford side. We might be concerned about what Brentford's plan is for this season, but Whistler will probably be the main man now that Mbeumo's left.
Your boy's next.
Yeah. Now
I'll leave you to it.
okay. Now this is a very very interesting pick. João Pedro is surprisingly the most owned forward in FPL right now.
Is he?
Yes, he is. He is the most owned forward.
Oh wow, wow! Not even close.
And
It's like 60% to nothing.
I cannot believe so many people are falling into the trap. I honestly think João Pedro at the moment, I don't think João Pedro is a good pick. And the reason why is simply because minutes and competition from Liam Delap. Because we're not sure who's going to start, João Pedro or Liam Delap. If Liam Delap starts, João Pedro is obviously not going to get the points that he needs. If João Pedro does start, we again are not sure when he'll come off.
Football Cup final. I have to say, in the Football Cup final, it was suggested that it would be Neto, Palmer, Pedro.
It would be suggested, but Liam Delap did come on quite.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, he did come on, and he did have quite a few chances. So there is going to be fierce competition between the two.
Yeah,
So
but I think, you know what? It's probably worth a gamble if you really want to go differential. Actually, no, not even if you want to go differential. If you want to go with the crowds, for some reason, there we go.
yeah. Next we have Chris Wood. Again, plays for Nottingham Forest. Scored quite a few goals last season, and not bad fixtures for.
I believe he got how many goals? 20 goals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He had quite a lot.
So Whistler and Wooden unique in the sense that they're priced at like a mid-price despite being like up there in Golden Boot.
Yeah.
So it's just deciding if they'll continue that form, I guess.
Yeah. And the only 7 mil option 7 mil forward option, surprisingly, is Evan Nilsson from Bournemouth. And again, I believe Evan Nilsson is a pretty good pick, seeing as you have a
Yeah.
Bournemouth attacker. They do have Liverpool in the first game week, but other than that, that's basically it. That's Evan Nilsson's a pretty solid pick. I think he will get quite a few goals, a few returns, and all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
However, Welbeck in the budget options now.
Well, back in
Within
the
the
budget
budget options.
options, Joao Pedro has left
I
Brighton.
think, I think, yeah, he's going to start for Brighton.
He,
He was already starting for Brighton. He already got 10 goals last season.
yeah,
Same as Evan Olsen, by the way, for Brighton.
yeah,
And he's 6.5. So
exactly.
he's going to have a larger role in the team. He is 34, but he's still got it. He's still got it finishing in. I think he's got a option.
I agree. And a similar case for Jorgen Strand Larsen from Wolves, where Cunha's left for Manchester United. Strand Larsen looks like to be the main man for this season.
Yeah. And we've got a weird option in Mayenda. We were both questioning this one.
Yeah,
Mayenda from Sunderland.
we'll skip over we'll just briefly go over the other budget options. 5.5 million, you have Mayenda from Sunderland, Pirro from Leeds. That's if Pirro even starts in the first place as well. Otherwise, we have Mecha for 5 mil. I believe he also plays for Leeds as well.
I will just mention though, in terms of budget options, the most popular one we didn't put in. It's Chido Obi
Chido Obi
from Manchester
from Manchester
United.
United. Yeah. I
And I
guess.
don't see this being. I know he played 7 matches last season, but he's just not worth it. Just try and get one who's going to start at the very least, or something
Exactly.
along those lines.
Yeah. Or you have Krupi Jr., who's probably like the most prolific forward of the 4.5 million options. Playing for
Yeah,
Bournemouth.
if you're going to go for 4-5, go for Cooper Jr.
Yeah.
because
It's a
you
Bournemouth
can't trust
option.
United. Ellie Cooper Jr. I mean, he got 22 goals last season for Lorient in the French second division. So there is a possibility he's going to have a good start at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
He was very prolific at Lorient. So
Very much. So, but that is it for all the players to consider for your team. Now, the next segment we are going to move on to is having a look at our FPL teams. Starting off with mine. I have got Kelleher in goal.
Kelleher.
4.5 million. Pretty easy pick. And in my backup goalkeeper, I have Kinski at the moment. But it could change. It can change. And it could be Kinski or it could be Darlow. One of the two 4 million options that we've discussed. It could be one of the two. But likelihood is I'll be sticking with Kelleher for the moment. Moving on to the defence. I have got 2 premium defenders in my team. First off, I have Gabriel, Arsenal defender, pretty solid pick. But I've also gone with Mark Cucurella. And I really like Mark Cucurella because as a pick, because well, we've discussed this already. The potential upsides of defence and also in attack as well. You can get some attacking returns. Sorry. And my third defender would be Destiny Udogie. It could be Udogie, it could be Van de Ven. But the point is, Spurs defenders are going to be playing Burnley at home. And my 2 backup defenders are the Kuiper from Brighton, left back, attacking, pretty much pretty attacking, and Goodmanson for 4 mil, 4 million. You know, just a backup option. Probably going to leave on the bench
I
for a
think
while.
that's fair. Yeah, that's a fair team. That's a fair defense for me.
Yeah. Moving on to the midfielders, I've gone with a 3-5-2, so I'm going to be playing all 5 midfielders for the first game week. That is if I don't change my team.
So you do have Salah.
Of course I have Salah. I have not triple, double Liverpool, Salah and Verts with Salah captain. Salah's probably going to get even more involved
Oh,
with the Liverpool team. Also have
you do
Palmer.
have Stalin. Oh, how do you afford that?
I
Oh, okay, fine. No, no,
also have Cole Palmer, Salah and Palmer. Pretty obvious pick. Palmer playing for a Chelsea side. You know, he's doing really well. They've won a Club World Cup. Palmer's a key player within it.
it's interesting. You have three, but you have three premium options for midfielders.
Exactly. And my 6.5 mil option is Iliman Ndiaye from Everton. Penalty taker, playing Leeds at home, pretty much a no-brainer.
Yeah,
And last but not least, for my 5.5 mil midfielder, I've gone with Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest.
yes.
And
He's
well, the reason I chose him over Caicedo is just because I already have two Chelsea options.
but he's a good player.
Yeah. And my final three players, my three forwards, I've gone with Solanke, Evanilson, and Welbeck. All three are mid-priced forwards. Well, Welbeck's what we classified as a budget, but I think midfielders will be the play this season, which is why I've built my team around midfielders instead of forwards.
Yeah, I think you went a little bit cheap for the forwards. That's how you get the midfielders.
Yeah,
It's interesting. We've got different formations as well. So
exactly.
there's different philosophies already,
Yeah,
which is good because last season it was the same thing.
yeah, of course. But this is my team. It is, of course, subject to change. We will update you on that when it is closer to the game week 1 deadline. But for now, we shall move on to FPL Wee's team. Please may you explain your team, I guess.
Yeah, I think for goalkeepers, that's a good rotation. Kelleher, then Petrovic, then Kelleher, then Petrovic. You know, you can kind of they kind of do intersect well in a sense that you can like rotate them around and you can get good results with them. So that's why I've gone with two. I've gone with two. I don't know how to describe it, but I've got two good goalkeepers in there. So and then I've got Tarkowski, who, as I said earlier, was like first we're playing Leeds away first. I mean that should be automatic get in. And then he's also going to get a crap ton of defensive contributions every time. So I'm looking forward to that. Van Dijk, again, he was already a good FPL pick last season. He's even better now because of defensive contributions and also headers and also clean sheets and also assists. And yeah, you get that, right? And Wan-Bissaka because I like following the crowd and also staying something in the way first. But I think he'll do well first. And for the bench, I went with Chris Richards again. Defensive contributions changed the game. I would never consider them before, but he's going to do well. I'm good, Mr. again. We'll see how he does. I think it's good for 4.0 option as well. Moving on to midfielders, I've probably slandered the signing a lot, but kudos for Tottenham. I don't think it's that great a signing, but I think 6.5 I won't turn it down. That's what I'll say. I think he's actually a good player for 6.5. Saka and Salah as vice captain and captain because simply because I can. That is the default from brain option for me.
Always Salah
Enzo
captain if
Fernandez
you're
is
not
going to be
sure. Yeah.
yeah, and Enzo Fernandez obviously is the default is going to be cooking. He was again another player who was a good pick last season, great pick now because of defensive contributions. 13 goals and assists and defensive contributions, and he plays for ties in Chelsea this season. Why the hell not? So, and then midfielders obviously Elliot Anderson, defensive contributions. I've said that about 50 times already, but who cares? Yohan Wissa, I don't have faith in the Brentford manager, but I do have faith in Brentford players. Yohan Wissa, 7.5, you got like almost 20 goals last season. So that's a pretty good price tag for him. I'll take that any day. Watkins is my premium option. I mean, Watkins is quite safe. He he got 16 goals, 8 assists last season. I think he could do better. That wasn't even his best season last season. I think he can do better than that. He's 29. He's going to be his prime now, and he can produce better than that for sure. So Watkins is my premium option, and I've gone Welbeck as well because Welbeck is simply going to cope without João Pedro in his way, while João Pedro wins his title at Chelsea. Pretty much.
Yeah, so overall a pretty, I wouldn't say experimental, but it's like pretty solid team. As an FPL player who likes to take risks, then yeah, this would be a pretty good team. So now we are going to be creating a draft between the two of us, and we will be creating an FPL team together, and we will monitor it as we go over the course of of the season. So
Yeah.
let's make a start.
I'll let you go ahead. After all, you're the winner of Guys Golf.
Though
So,
I think it's pretty obvious who we put in as our first player. Mohamed Salah. Pretty obvious pick.
okay.
Pretty
Second
obvious.
pick, you have to have Saka in there.
You want to have Saka in there? Sure.
Yep.
Let me just find where is Saka? Saka. Here we go. So now we have Salah and Saka within our team. So two of the premium options already. So we're gonna have to start looking at the mid-price range for the midfielders. Now, I feel like we're gonna need a defender for this. And I feel like I'm not entirely sure about the premium defenders. That's the thing. So what I will do actually is I'm gonna add another midfielder. Oh, sorry. I gotta add this. I'm gonna add another midfielder, and I'm going to add Iliman Ndiaye. Pretty solid pick.
Okay.
6.5 million penalty taker.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna just go ahead and add another midfielder. I'm gonna add Kudus.
You're gonna add Kudus to the team.
Yeah, just complete the midfielders, I guess.
All right. So again, we're just not sure what we're gonna do with our fifth midfielder. So I am going to leave that out for now. Though we do both agree on the goalkeepers. I feel like we should follow what your team is like. So we're gonna do Kelleher and Petrovic in the same team.
Okay, but I just need two picks, whatever. Yeah, I was gonna pick that anyway. It's fine. You can have another pick.
Petrovic, yeah.
I was gonna pick Petrovic anyway.
I picked
So
it
just
for
pick
you
again.
anyways. Yeah. So now we move on to our defenders. I feel like you know what? I'm gonna add him. I'm just gonna add him.
Okay.
Mark Cucurella. If we don't have a Chelsea midfielder, then what are we even doing? Like, okay, we at least need a Chelsea player, another Chelsea.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna add Tarkowski in there still.
Oh, you're gonna add Tarkowski. It's not.
I'm still gonna add Tarkowski.
You're still gunning your man Tarkowski. Okay, all right, Tarkowski.
Yeah.
We have 42 million left in the bank. So I'm gonna pick a 4.5 mil midfielder now. So I think it's only fair if we go Wan-Bissaka. It's only fair.
I thought we were gonna go Aina now. I was gonna be like, what the hell?
Oh, you want to put Aina in?
No. I thought you were gonna go Aina.
Oh,
I'm gonna go Chris Richards.
Oh, you're going Chris Richards right away. You're going to go Chris Richards. Okay. And okay, so we have 33 million left in the bank. We can spend them on forwards. So if we let's just think for a second. I feel like we can add a forward in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Alexander Isak. It depends on what budget we have. It's gonna depend on how much budget we have left.
Okay.
But we can always rearrange it. You're gonna add
I'll
Welbeck.
Welbeck. I'll Welbeck.
You're gonna add Welbeck in here. So you have 16 mil. And then we can do.
Yeah.
We could do quite a bit. So what we could do is if it's 4 and 4.5 mils, so 9.5, 6.5.
Ooh.
Hold on a second. I kind of wanna. We have an option here. Do you want a 4.5 mil midfielder or a 5.5 one?
I would say 5.5.
Oh, 5.5? Okay, then I'm going to go.
I don't actually. You know what? It's your choice. Your choice. Your choice.
Oh, no. Hold on. We got to decide as a team. No, because I'm just thinking here, right? If we have a 4 mil defender and a 4.5 mil midfielder, then we can access the 7.5 mil forwards. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
honestly,
I guess.
if we want to play a 3-4-3, then we could do that.
Which 4.5 midfielder are you thinking though?
Well, whatever we said in the in the earlier section,
Let's find out. So I'll just.
I think it was Aaron Ramsey, no?
I mean, it was Aaron Ramsey.
So okay, I'm just gonna put Ramsey in here, and defender. Well, defender. What should we put? Just good
Defender. I will actually. I'll pick. Okay, now that you've done that, I'll take Yarn Whisper.
Oh, you're gonna do Wissa on this team. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Whisper.
You're gonna do
I'll
Wissa.
take this and that.
All right. Okay. You take Wissa, and finally at 4 mil. Well, basically we can just choose whatever we want.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of 4.0 defenders, we'll just take Goodness. But it's your choice.
Yeah.
Your choice.
Yeah, basically
Just take
Goodmanson. Okay. Yeah. So this
That's
so now
it.
we have.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting blend we've got here.
Honestly, if you want to take the risk with João Pedro, then go ahead.
I'm good, mate.
You're good? Okay.
I'll listen to you. I'll listen to you, and you're persistent to not have João Pedro.
All right, sure. All right. So, yeah. If you don't have anything else to do, then this will be our team for yeah, our FPL draft. We might change it, we might not, but this will be our draft for game week 1 of our very first draft. So if you so if you enjoyed listening to this podcast, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below, and we shall see you in the next episode of the FPL Frauds podcast, and see you then.